Long Haul Larry, 794. We are in the shop. Nobody's even touched this truck since I've been here, I guess. The last time I was here, I got all the turbo and all new gaskets and everything back in there. I thought it was actually the exhaust manifold gaskets that were leaking, but they weren't. Because actually the old ones were put back in instead of new ones when this was all pulled back apart. But when I took everything apart, it wasn't that. It was actually the turbo was leaking. Brand new turbo. And so I put all that back together last time I was here. And there's more stuff on this truck to be done. But I think I figured out why this truck smokes. A lot of it was the turbo. We replaced the turbo, we lost a ton of the smoke. We only had about 10, maybe 10% of the smoke that we had before coming out. I believe it was the EGR valve. And so I had fixed that. And I'm just crazy wanting to get this thing running so I can take it for a test drive because I think I fixed the smoke problem on this truck. So that is what's going on. But right now, I want to tackle this because I guess the boss man's dad is going to use this truck tomorrow. And so I want to tackle this. There's oil leaks real bad. And I think the driver had the truck washed. And then, or the boss did out here because the tires were all cleaned and everything. But I think he had somebody come out here. And the engine was actually washed and was nice and clean. And then I think a driver went and did just like a local run and came back, and I kind of glanced at it and you could see where the oil is because this thing gets oil all crazy. And it's right here with these injection lines off the fuel line, off the fuel port here. It goes through some rubber grommets in there, and you can see it's leaking there around those. This engine was just rebuilt, and ever since we've gotten it back from this, it's been like this. I don't think the guy, when he rebuilt it, I don't think he put new gaskets on there. I think he reused the old ones, and that is that they're all leaking. So when I came back, I noticed it was 3, 4, and 5 were the ones that were leaking, and this is where the majority of the oil is. So I had the boss get new ones. They're right here, and they're just like a rubber gasket. You got like a little seal inside that seals up against the head. And then there's grooves in here where the old screws in there and seals that up. And so I'm going to be replacing these and see if this will take care of this. He got me new ones. He got me 6 of them. I don't need to do that one, and the back one does not have oil on it either. So I'm going to leave those 2 alone. If they're not leaking, I'm going to leave them. But I am going to change all these. And to change these, you need a special tool. The boss had contacted a Snap-on dealer, and he had gotten it, and it's this little tool right here, and it's a Snap-on part number of FLS1219. So that's FLS1219. I showed up and he had it here. It actually says it's for Cummins. It's right here. It's a 19mm fuel line socket for Cummins engines. But it works for these too. So basically what it is it's got open like that for that to fit on that nut, and then it's open here to fit around this line, this fuel line. So you just kind of put it on there. And there you go. And you can only turn it so far. It binds up, then you gotta take it off, turn it back. Take it off. There we go. They're pretty much loose. I probably can get it from my hand now. I'm going to get a 19mm wrench for the big one. I think I have a 19mm. Yep. guarantee this is going to be a knuckle getter. I just know it is. Let's see if I can... Let's get my little walk-up thing. Let's make this easier. Not sure if these little chrome covers are going to hit on this though. Nope, guess we'll be good. I don't really want to take all the air cleaner stuff off. There we go. There we go. I think I need to get it with the wrench now. Yeah. When driver, he just actually started working here, and he was given this truck, and it had gone into the shop and been rebuilt and everything. And it's pretty worn. It's got a groove in it. He had come out here and he was just like, I mean, it was just oil everywhere. He's like, how can a mechanic do this work and then give it back spraying oil all over the place like this? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys saw me with 797. I get done with something, I clean it up. I can't give it back to a driver with grease and grime on stuff and fingerprints and everything. Much less spraying oil everywhere. I mean, come on now. Alrighty. I'll just use the extension here to take these bolts out. But that was definitely leaking. You could see when I pulled that out, it had oil all the way around it. My question is that are they going to be, is that groove going to be something that it's going to continue to leak? Kind of concerns me. Go. So right here they are. There's dirt and I mean there's grime in there. But these are like rusted and stuff, and this motor is just rebuilt. So I know this. I mean, look at the new one. They should look pretty much like this. This motor has not been very long. So I don't believe that this mechanic, he put new ones on. I believe he just put the old ones on. So I am going to clean these up like this. I'm going to get a little bit of real fine sandpaper and clean that edge up. So we're just going to clean the surface up. Give these rubber seals the best chance we can. Of sealing. Go. Looks much better. I'm gonna get a little brake cleaner. There we go. Much better. Kind of wondering what seals it inside here from oil going around here. Well, I guess the threads will seal it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's what's concerning me. It's those grooves in there. You can kind of see it. You can see them pretty good here. It's the grooves from where these. So there's 3 grooves in there and that rubber, and it sits on there. It's probably kind of etched its way into it. I don't really want to take off a lot of surface. Just want to make sure there's as much surface pressure on those rubbers, but those grooves do kind of concern me. Okay. I got it better. Alright, that looks pretty good. I got just down to where grooves are kind of gone. It's a lot smoother. I don't feel any ridges. So I think that'll work. I'm going to try them. And if they leak again, I think what I might do is put a little RTV on the inside of this. And I think that'll... Oh, these are nice and tight. The other ones were not even close to being this tight. These are tight. This is gonna seal up. But if it doesn't, then I think what I'll do is put some silicone. I'll pull them back off, put some silicone in there, and then thread them back in there again. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is put the rubber part on. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'm gonna tighten them right now. I think I'm gonna leave them loose because the holes on these rubber grommets are bigger than what the bolts are, so it could be off center a little bit. So if you put it on there just now, just like the way it is, and you tighten it, it would probably be it'd be pressured down, so it would be a good seal on the top, but the bottom would leak. So I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to put the injector line back in, and then once it's in, then I'm going to tighten those up. That injector line should make it centered. I gotta find a torque rating for that injector line. That's gonna need to be torqued at something special, so I'm gonna need to look that up. Alright, I looked it up online and it is 29.5. We could just call it 30. But with our digital one here, we can actually do half foot-pounds too. There we go. Let it sit for a second. You gotta let it sit level just for a second. Kind of calibrate itself. All right. It's gonna be a little tricky to get in here. There we go. And this one here is supposed to be 29 and a half too. These are gonna be tricky to get to. There we go. So now that should be centered. So now I'm gonna tighten up the other bolts. Those rubber deals. There we go, guys. So now we got a new seal on there. I'm hoping that's gonna stop the oil from spraying out of there. So now I'm gonna do 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna do all 3 of those. And you guys see how that was done. I'm gonna do those there. Alright, so 794. Front end shaking issue. He wants me to check that over tomorrow, so you can get the parts. I gotta get a pipe. I've been kind of gimmicking with it and stuff, but I gotta get a pipe. I gotta get a 2-inch pipe, about a 4 foot, so I can really check this and everything. We're thinking either kingpin or, you know, front end, but it's got a shake to it, so we're gonna figure that out. Injector seals, what I'm doing. The dash cam. I don't know, wants me to wire the dash cam. The batteries, I've actually started a video on about this. He has me the new batteries. He wanted me to test them before I put it in. He's like, yeah, sometimes you get a bad battery. And I was like, okay. Excuse me. I've been drinking some pink lemonade and it's giving me heartburn. And actually one of the batteries had 7 cold cranking amps and it was down to 10 volts. So I have it on a charger over there. It's been on charger for 45 minutes. The other one was low too. So I'm gonna put them on a charger, retest it, see what's going on with it after that, and do those. And then the battery drain issue. So that's all part of the battery. So really I want to get these injector seals done. The boss man's dad is going to be using this truck on Monday. And so I want to get this done, and I'm actually going to power wash this and then I want the boss man's dad truck to run it, because he just kind of does local stuff. Have him run it, and then when he's done for the day, I'm going to take a peek at it and see if we can find any more oil leaks. Just trying to get rid of all the oil leaks, you know. DOT doesn't like oil leaks, so we want to get rid of all the oil leaks, get rid of the smoke. This would be a nice truck again. Probably Eric could be like, can I have the black pony back, please? It's pretty fancy, huh? This is how he does all this. He sends me lists like this to do stuff, shop schedule, and then I just tap on it, and when I get those things done, and he can actually go in there and look at the same form on his end, and he can see exactly what I got done, and then if I have any memos, I can type in, this needs to be done, I need these parts. It's kind of, he's very technical savvy. I don't know, I'm kind of into just writing it down, but he's very technical savvy. So, so I'm going to get going. I'm going to do 3, 4, and 5 and do those seals. And then hopefully I can get back to the battery issue. Do that up. And I really want to take this thing for a test drive. But probably not tonight. Because I want to do it during the day, so if it smokes I can see it real good. I'll probably wrap her up. I'll probably wrap it up. I'll probably do these seals. And then the other battery should be done in a minute. I'm going to test it, see what it is. Put the other one battery on a charger, test that one, see what it is. And then I think I might wait till tomorrow morning with the batteries, because then I want them to sit overnight and test them again in the morning and see what's going on. And if they're still good, then I'll put them in. If they're not, then I'm going to run them back to Hagerstown and say, hey, you sold us some junk batteries. So I don't want to go through installing them all into a freightliner here. It's kind of a booger getting them up in there. So I'm going to do all these, and I'll catch you guys later.